Hey guys, this is Benjamin. I want to welcome you to Corporate Trainings KE. This is a channel where we talk about corporate life and the things that are happening in the corporate workspace and how you can become a better at what you do. So today we have a very interesting topic. We are talking about remote workspace or remote workplace. Feel free to subscribe to this channel if this is the kind of content you like, and we take you along with us. So basically, remote work is something that has gained a lot of traction, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic, where you find that employees can work remotely. People can sit in their homes, set up a small office space, and be able to continue to execute their duties. This is something that also has gained a lot of traction in the Western world, where companies are willing to hire people to work remotely. So, is it something as an SME owner or a small business and a small and medium enterprise business owner in this country? Is it something you're willing to consider? And what are the advantages and disadvantages of remote working? So that's what we'll be discussing today. Feel free to leave your comments on the comment section so that we can just broadly discuss this topic. So we start by the advantages of remote work life. So basically, remote work life offers better what we call work and life balance, because employees are able to work at home. They have so much time to continue to execute the duties, and then they have time also to attend to their families. So there is that enhanced balance between work and living their life. Again, basic like in developing economies where you have a lot of traffic jam, a lot of people are wasting a lot of time commuting, and also it's also expensive. So if someone is working from home, they reduce the need to commute and the need to continue to incur expenses also getting to work. That means they increase productivity and it is lesser cost. It's less cost for the employee, and also they can be able to work on time because there is that essence of punctuality. If I need to log into my machine from my home at 8 a.m., then I'll be there at 8 a.m. As opposed to when I'm commuting, something has happened on the way, there's so much traffic, then you don't get to work on time. You also might be incurring a lot of cost to get to work. So it brings remote work life brings an element of punctuality and also timeliness. You are always timely on your tasks. Then another thing is reduce absenteeism. A lot of employees, when they're required to commute, you might get an accident here and there. Basically getting to work is such a big inconvenience. But you see someone who is seated in their home and they're able to work, probably they are able to do a better job. They are able to be available longer, and they are able to be available always, as opposed to when now people start creating reasons to miss work. As I talked previously, cost saving, yeah, remote work life saves a lot of cost. As a company, you save on the workspace. You might not need to rent a big space to host so many employees. You, as an employee, you also save on cost that you'll be using to commute to work. Flexibility, again, it offers a lot of flexibility because you are working from where you are. You know, you can be anywhere in the world and still be able to deliver on your deliverables. So you don't have to be in a certain fixed location where you have to work from that fixed location. So remote work life brings an essence of flexibility. There is a lot of flexibility of how people can operate. Somebody can be in their shags and they're still logging in the machine and just submitting their work. Again, there is a incentive to improve the technology at the workspace. As an employer, if people have to work remotely, then you have to think, how will I support them to access the systems? So it will bring that need for the employer to improve the systems they're working with and just to have the best technology that will ensure that work can be delivered and people can be productive without having to come to work where now everything is organized for them. Yeah, so there is that incentive to give better technology for your employees to be able to support them. They have better wire internet connectivity wherever they are, so it brings also some responsibility to the corporates to be able to better themselves in terms of technology. Then that better technology means less cybercrime, less issues when people are working, and basically better work life. But also there are few advantages to the remote work life. Distractions. When you're sitting at home, your baby is crying, will you work or you will attend to your baby? You know, so there are a lot of distractions. Your friends are coming over, they want to talk to you. So who do you give attention? Is it the employer or is it your your life? Your other life. So there's a lot of distraction. Then some people also during remote work life they feel isolated. There's an element of isolation because you're working alone. You're at home, probably you don't have anybody to talk to. In the office space, there's always those interactions, lunch breaks where you go talk to other people. But now, remote life, you have to sit somewhere alone. So there is that element of isolation. You feel like you don't have someone to talk to. Again, also, it can lead to loss of work-life balance. The work-life balance that you so much try to achieve, you might actually lose it because when you are working at home, you might end up either working more because you can be logged in and just work, time no head, or probably you might indulge more on the life. You forget the work. You find yourself, you are tending to your babies, you are tending to your cooking, you are experimenting on recipes and stuff. You forget that you also have an obligation or a duty to deliver. So basically, this is a topic that is coming up in the modern world. It's something worth discussing. So feel free to share your comments on the comment section so that we can discuss it and elaborate it. And if you are an SME out there and you are considering remote working, tell us how your experience has been. This is Corporate Trainings KE. Always feel free to subscribe to this channel, and I welcome you here. Always feel free to share your sentiments, and see you in the next video where we share some insightful content. Bye.